Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
What is up, guys? Welcome to First Cut. I am Ace.
This is RB3.
And this is Alex Marazonia joining us. If you didn't tune into our episode of Yorgos Lanthimos, he joins us for that. So be sure and check that out as well, guys.
Right there on the TV.
It's on the TV.
Perfectly
he joins us
planned.
back. And what we're going to do today, guys, is we're going to do the Birth.Movies.Death film Twitter faves.
Yes.
We are doing the director tournament bracket. The reason why we're doing this, obviously, is because we're a director-centered podcast. So we have a lot of thoughts and opinions on certain directors, and we try to kind of give our thoughts and opinions on a deeper meaning of their movies.
Right.
And we're very passionate about film directors. We think that they have a lot of input when it comes to making something good. We are big proponents of the auteur theory. So this is a fun challenge that I thought we could do on a separate video.
Yeah.
And the first thing we're going to do, guys, obviously, if you want, you can follow along on Birth.Movies.Death on their Twitter. It's centered on there. But if you can't, it's all good. I will tell you verbally what is on there.
Yeah.
Let me start out by listing the directors they have, and then I will give you the matchups on this tournament bracket. Starting on the left side of the bracket, we have Quentin Tarantino, Chris Nolan, Guillermo del Toro, Kathryn Bigelow. We have Soderbergh, Peter Jackson, Hitchcock, and Lynch.
David Lynch.
On the right side, we have Villeneuve, Lynn Ramsey, Cuaron, Fincher, the Coen brothers, Spike Lee, PTA, and Spielberg. Starting things out, the first matchup we have is Quentin Tarantino versus Christopher Nolan. I will start with whoever is passionate about this. But right away, guys, we have a great... I think this is a great matchup. I think Quentin Tarantino versus Chris Nolan.
This is the second toughest one.
Who is the best director? Starting with Alex.
I think I'm going to go Tarantino on this one.
Tarantino?
Yeah.
I feel that.
My favorite, well, Inglourious Basterds is one of my favorite movies. My top 5, but at the same time, Dark Knight is.
Right.
But I think Tarantino has just a better track record to me. I love more of his movies than I do Nolan's. I haven't seen The Prestige.
Prestige.
It's a big blind spot for me.
Yeah,
But
It's pretty
Prestige,
amazing.
Insomnia.
Right, Insomnia's pretty good. Oh, you haven't seen it?
I've not seen those.
Oh, okay.
But otherwise, I think I'm more passionate about the Tarantino movies rather than the Nolan movies.
Right.
So moving on in the Alex bracket is Tarantino.
All right.
RB3.
Yeah, this one's really tough. I mean, listen, does Tarantino get a lot of flack for being unoriginal? Yes. Is that flack deserved? Yes. But does he make dope movies? Man, he does, man. He really does. And, you know, especially put up against someone like Nolan. I mean, Nolan makes incredible films. I think he's one of the greatest filmmakers that we have today. I think Dunkirk is a masterpiece. In terms of directors, the way they play with editing, and for me as an editor, I really appreciate unique styles of editing. Nolan always has a really cool temporal style, whether that's Memento or Dunkirk or even The Dark Knight has a very cool kind of structure to it, editing-wise. I think it's really great. However, I think who leaves the biggest impact on cinema out of these two is Tarantino. So I gotta go Tarantino.
Moving on in the RB3 bracket is Tarantino. I'm already gonna start out with a contriversial take, man.
It's not,
shit.
I don't think
I
it's
honestly
controversial.
thought about this a lot. Come on, man. Tarantino, people in this city really go hard for Tarantino.
Nolan, same for Nolan, though.
That's true. The Nolan fanboys are there, and guess what, guys? I'm a Nolan fanboy.
Yeah.
Insomnia, Memento, following The Prestige, the Dark Knight trilogy is one of the greatest trilogies of all time.
What about Interstellar?
Interstellar is dope as hell.
I like Interstellar a bit.
Inception, Dunkirk. I'm sorry, guys. Christopher Nolan.
Yeah.
I think Tarantino is great. I do feel like he's unoriginal. I feel like he's praised a little too hard. I feel like he's just slightly a little too over the top in all his movies. And I just think overall, Nolan has a better track record. I'm sorry.
Hey, man,
but moving on my bracket is Christopher Nolan.
Nolan, all right.
Second matchup, we have Del Toro versus Kathryn Bigelow. This is an interesting one. I'm going to start with you, every three, on this one.
Yeah, this one's tough, man. This one's another tough one. I love them both for very different reasons, and they both make really dope films. I would be remiss to ignore the impact of Kathryn Bigelow on this industry. She has made some of the greatest sci-fi films of all time with Strange. What was that? Strange Days or something like that. We did a whole episode on it. It was great. She, of course, the Hurt Locker is incredible. Zero Dark 30's incredible. Point Break, one of the best action movies of all time.
Detroit, Strange Days.
See, but Detroit pings it real hard for me, man.
Near Dark.
I didn't like Detroit. I thought that was a real misstep in her filmography. Whereas Del Toro, I mean, he has the Pan Labyrinths. He has he has some great films in there as well. But he got some stinkers in there too, man. I mean, honestly, if I'm putting you know what, man? Why am I even doing this? If I put anything that Kathryn Bigelow makes as next to maybe like Pacific Rim, I like Pacific Rim, but anything Kathryn Bigelow makes is definitely better. I don't know what I'm saying here. I think I'm going to go with Kathryn Bigelow.
Dang, man.
I'm going with Kathryn Bigelow.
Come on.
Man. I'm sorry.
Pacific Rim's amazing.
I love Pacific Rim. I love Pacific Rim, but in terms of quality, just look at quality of filmmaking here, man. I'm
100% looking at quality of filmmaking, and I'm 100% unanimously going with Guillermo del Toro.
Okay, all right.
Pacific Rim, Blade 2. Blade 2 is incredible, man.
It's good movies.
Blade 2 is so good. Pan's Labyrinth. The Hellboy films are a lot of fun. The Shape of Water,
Shape of Water. I thought you didn't like Shape of Water.
It's still well done film.
Oh, man, look at this dude, man. Copping police.
Just on Blade 2 alone, bro.
There it is. I knew it was something. I knew it was that little edge.
On Blade 2, Crimson Peak, bro.
Crimson Peak is nice. Crimson Peak is nice.
I'm going with Del Toro. Alex.
I think I'm looking through their filmographies, and I've only seen
I'm doing too,
I've only seen 3 of each. So just based off those 3,
all right.
I got to go with Guillermo del Toro. Hellboy was one of my favorites growing up. I watched that thing endlessly. I love Pacific Rim, and Shape of Water is just it won a Best Picture. And
did you see Zero Dark 30? Is that the ones you've seen?
I saw Zero Dark 30. I've seen Detroit and
Point Break.
Hurt Locker. Yeah.
Okay. Point Break, it's Point Break, man. Point Break is one of the seminal action movies. Keanu Reeves, Patrick Swayze.
Yeah.
I got to go Kathryn Bigelow here.
The third matchup we have on the left side of the bracket is Soderbergh versus Peter Jackson. I'm going to start with this one, and I'm going to say Soderbergh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
This one's easy.
I feel like this one's easy too, but that's just me.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because I'm not a Middle Earth guy. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just not. I'm a Star Wars guy, but not a Middle Earth.
Oh, I like Middle Earth movies, but
Alex.
And his movies outside of it aren't very. There's a lot of misses there. I'd say.
Lovely Bones, King Kong. I like King Kong, but
he did. They Shall Not Grow Old. It's a great documentary. The World War I documentary.
Great documentary.
I want to see that.
His first movie's pretty good too, right? Of Kings and Men or something like that. Of Men and Mice or some shit. I don't know what's called.
I don't see it.
Yeah. For me, it's Soderbergh. It's easy. I mean, this is the easiest.
What about you? Same?
Soderbergh.
Yeah. I feel like that's the easiest matchup we have.
Yeah.
He comes out like one movie a year.
Yeah, and they're consistently great. High Flying. You're the only other person I know who saw High Flying Bird.
I saw High Flying Bird before all you guys. I saw it when it came out. As soon as it premiered on Netflix, I saw it.
You saw it? I see you tweet about it. What'd you think about it?
I really enjoyed it. I told you about this, bro.
I know.
Because when we had our Netflix conversation, I was like, no one's going to see it.
Yeah, well, you said nobody saw it, but I know you liked it.
Yeah.
I think this movie, that movie's great. I think, plus you have to think about the fact that Steven Soderbergh was one of the OGs that really kicked off the Sundance Film Festival, that really broke out the whole independence movement, Sex, Lies, and Videotapes. And also his commercial work is really good too. The Ocean's movies are pretty groundbreaking and of their own right.
So moving on, let's move on to our right side of the bracket.
Wait, what about the last one? Hitchcock versus...
Oh, I'm so sorry. Hitchcock versus Lynch. Hitchcock.
Yeah, it's Hitchcock,
Yeah.
I love David Lynch.
I've seen more Hitchcock.
I think Lynch is a little overrated.
Oh my gosh. Blue Velvet? You don't like Blue Velvet?
I mean, it's good, but...
Racerhead.
Yeah.
Mulholland Drive. Nah, Hitchcock.
Next matchup on the right side of the bracket on the first round is Villeneuve versus Ramsey. Lynn Ramsey.
Villeneuve?
Yeah.
Villeneuve. I always mispronounce his name. Either way, Denny.
I'm going Villeneuve on this one.
100% going Villeneuve.
I've only seen You Were Never Really Here, which is an amazing movie.
Yeah.
I just didn't. I just haven't seen.
I'm telling you, man.
These other ones.
One of our first episodes was Denny
Denny
Villeneuve. It was like number
Villeneuve.
10 or something.
That was number 2.
Number 2?
Yeah.
Ever since that, I did the Villeneuve binge. I'm telling you, man. Incendies, Polytechnic, Prisoners, Enemy, Sicario, Arrival.
Yeah.
Yeah, great films, all great. Arrival is a masterpiece. Yeah, definitely Villeneuve. I like you said, I love Lynn Ramsey. I even put her in the top 5
That's
directors.
right, top 5
that
directors
that we
yeah.
talked about.
Check it out for anyone who hasn't checked it out.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm going, Villeneuve.
The next one I think is the hardest one. One of the hardest ones. Nah, the hardest one. I'm sorry. Alfonso Cuaron and David Fincher.
Yeah,
That is hard.
That's rough.
That's so hard.
That's
I
crazy.
honestly, I'm going back and forth on this one, but I might just go against my own brother here.
Oh,
I think I'm going David Fincher.
Fincher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just
Yeah,
It's
man.
too much.
Ah, man.
I mean, Cuaron has Gravity. He has Children of Men.
but he was
has
like
Harry
one
Potter.
movie every 5 years, though.
Yeah.
I think that kind of.
Fincher got one movie
counts
every
again.
5 years, though, too.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, this is real tough, man, because from an artistic standpoint, I think I like the art of Cuaron's films more. I like the long takes. I like the tracking. I like the incorporation of the technology and the old school style of filmmaking that he kind of puts into it.
But Fincher has just too many
Classics.
touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean,
he's got Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, Social Network, Zodiac,
Fight Club,
Fight Club,
7.
Nah, bro, it's done, man. It's a slam dunk.
It's tough.
Yeah, it's tough, but I love Cuaron, and he literally just won the Oscar for Roma. But
Yeah. Cuaron got 2 Oscars, though.
but
gotta
I
think
still
Cuaron
go
got
with
some
Fincher,
Oscars.
man.
Yeah,
How about-
Social Network is like one of my favorites ever.
That's right.
Top
It's one
10.
of your favorites ever.
That's my favorite ever, yes.
That's your
Yeah.
favorite movie, yeah.
Probably, yeah.
So you got to go with Fincher.
Fincher.
Fincher, yeah.
So
Oh, man,
Fincher's
it's
moving
tough.
on for all of us.
Damn, man, why couldn't they put Cuaron on one of these other trash shit, man? God damn it, man.
So here's another tough one. I think it's tough. It's the Coen brothers versus Spike Lee.
Yeah, this one's tough. This one's tough. This one's real
I'm
tough.
gonna start with you, RB3, since I started the last one.
Yeah.
Who are you picking between? I love the Coen brothers, and I love Spike Lee.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who
This
are you
one's,
picking?
oh, man, this one's hard, too, because, I think Coen Brothers have Fargo. Big Lebowski is my favorite comedy of all time. All these other amazing films, just literally throughout their entire filmography. We did a whole 2-part special on the Coen Brothers on the Meaning of podcast.
I think we've done an episode on every single director on this list.
We probably did,
Except
honestly.
for Lynn Ramsey.
We haven't, and Soderbergh, and Peter Jackson.
Oh, yeah, those 3.
And Lynch and Hitchcock, but we're going to get to those, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So, Coen Brothers, incredible filmography. One of the best filmographies of any pair of directors of all time. It's tough, man. But I got to say, man, Spike Lee, people who listen to this podcast know I'm biased. Spike Lee is probably my favorite director of all time. I love every film that he does. Even the bad ones, I think, are incredibly amazing. He Got Game, Do the Right Thing, 25th Hour, all these great films that just mean so much to me. He's the director I have the most Blu-rays of on my shelf. So I got to go with Spike Lee. Unfortunately, I hate to go against Coens like that, but
How about you, Alex?
I'm going with the Coens. I've only seen 3 Spike Lee movies. But No Country for Old Men was one of the movies that I saw and really showed me how amazing a film can be. So that was just a game changer.
right.
Man, Fargo, Big Lebowski. Oh, man, this is tough. This is tough for me, man.
Yeah.
True Grit, Inside Llewyn
True
Davis.
Grit, Inside Llewyn Davis.
I love
just watched
Inside
that
Llewyn
one.
Davis,
Yeah, I
man.
just watched that one recently. The Cat.
Did you not have you not seen it before?
I saw it. No, I didn't see it in
Oh, you
theaters.
rewatched it
No, I saw it. No, I just saw it
for the first time.
For the first time.
Oh, what'd you
recently.
think?
Yeah, I really dug it.
man.
The music isn't for me. The music is not for me. So,
Yeah.
but everything else in that movie is great. Oh, Brother Where Art Thou as well. Another great Coen Brothers movie.
God, I think I want to go Spike Lee, but I feel like there's more Coen Brothers movies that I enjoy. I'm going Coens. Sorry.
Oh, man, going Coens, man.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
Man, I don't know how I feel about that, man.
All right.
No love for Spike.
Our last matchup in the first round is PTA versus Steven Spielberg. That's a tough one for you. It's kind of not as tough for me. I love, what's that movie called? There Will Be Blood?
Yeah.
I love that movie. But there's just more.
Oh, so it's not even like a choice for you.
It's not. No, it's Steven Spielberg. 100%.
Really?
Yeah.
Alex?
Down with Netflix.
Look at that, man. I should know it. I should know it. I should know it.
No, that's not the reason why. That's not the reason why.
Come back to me in a second.
Come back to you, man. You gotta come back to me,
Steven
man.
Spielberg. Collider made a top 10 Spielberg movies, man. Like, there's a reason why.
You can make a top 10 PTA movies. Put those next to
you
Spielberg
can't.
movies.
No.
There's like he has at least 8, right? He has 8.
Schindler's List, Jurassic Park, Saving Private Ryan.
The Terminal.
There Will Be Blood.
Yeah.
Boogie Nights. Motherfucking Magnolia.
Master.
A 3-hour and 25-minute masterpiece.
Phantom Thread.
Phantom Thread.
I love Phantom Thread.
Inherent
We
Vice.
both love Phantom
Well,
Thread.
I love
good.
Phantom Thread.
So
Phantom Thread is
good.
incredible. You got to throw Inherent Vice out of here.
I'm sorry, man. Spielberg still has more.
Doesn't he have more misses?
No,
Spielberg
he
has
doesn't.
more misses.
Well, he has one major
Percentage-wise-
miss last year.
You didn't? The Post?
No.
Oh,
Ready
Ready
Player
Player
One?
One.
Ugh.
Oh man, yeah, I do think Ready Player One's the worst movie ever made.
I
This
didn't
is
say
hard.
that.
What do you think? What do you think, Alex?
Of Ready Player One?
Just of
Of
this.
this
Of
matchup,
this one.
PTA versus Spielberg, man. You got to break the tie.
Uh,
Oh, wait. Are we doing it all together or are we doing it individually? I just realized that. Shoot.
I'm writing
We
mine
should-
down
Well,
individually.
no, man.
But I
I'd
mean,
be
we could
fighting
do
y'all.
it.
I would have fought y'all on Spike Lee. If
No,
y'all
let's do it all together.
Nah,
I think that's
man. Nah, man. We
Yeah.
can't.
We'll do our individual ones, but we'll vote on the all together ones. We'll
All right, fine.
Okay.
So far, well, let's break the tie first, and then we'll tell you the second matchups.
I think I'm going Spielberg.
Okay,
Going Spielberg.
got it. So,
Although PTA is one of my favorites.
So moving on to the second round, we have Tarantino, Del Toro, Soderbergh, Hitchcock, Villeneuve, Fincher, Coens, and Spielberg. So the first matchup of the second round is Tarantino versus Guillermo del Toro. Starting with you, RB3.
It's Tarantino for me on this one.
Tarantino, Alex?
Tarantino.
Tarantino's unanimous. Moving on.
Yeah, Guillermo del Toro is nice, but there's not a lot of all-time classics in there.
Our next matchup is Hitchcock versus Soderbergh. I'll start this one out, and I'll say Hitchcock.
Yeah, Alex.
I'm going Soderbergh. I've only seen a few. Hitchcock. I know.
Yeah,
I've been.
rough.
I'm trying to get him more. Rear Window is freaking
Masterpiece.
amazing.
Yeah.
I'm surprised how well it holds
You
up.
got to break the tie, man. We're talking. We're not saying like who's the most impactful. We're saying who's
Yeah.
the better.
yeah.
Because when it comes to impact, no one's gonna beat Hitchcock.
Yeah,
But when it comes to better filmmaker
well, I mean, I
or
almost,
better movies,
I mean, I almost feel like Soderbergh has a bigger impact on today's filmmaking
sure,
than Hitchcock does, right? The independence movement, like I said.
yeah,
But at the same time, it's Hitchcock we're talking about here. You know?
yeah. You got to go with Hitchcock. Either way, you
but-
would be outvoted.
But wait, yeah. Here's what I think. Yeah, Hitchcock. There wouldn't be a Soderbergh without Hitchcock because a lot of what you see in the Ocean's movie is very Hitchcockian. So that's how I'm getting to my decision to give it to Hitchcock.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Our next matchup is David Fincher versus Denis Villeneuve. I'll start with you, Alex, on this one. Who you going for here?
David Fincher. I think that one's
I'm gonna break
relatively
it.
easy.
I literally just said Fincher is one of my favorites, but I'm going Villeneuve.
Villeneuve.
Ooh.
Oh
Yeah.
man, jeez,
Yeah.
jeez, Louise.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So you're gonna be the
that's rough.
tiebreaker. RB3.
Yeah, listen. I love.
Bro,
I
I'm
love
telling you.
Villeneuve. I love Arrival.
I'm telling you, Incendies,
Yeah.
freaking
But what was his last movie he made? Ace?
Arrival.
What was the last movie? he
Blade
made?
Runner 2049 is
Yeah,
amazing.
exactly. So that's why I'm going with Fincher.
What?
That's why I'm going with Fincher.
Bro,
That's why I'm going with Fincher.
Denny is gonna go down in history as one of the greats. One of the
And so
greats
Fincher,
ever.
man. So Fincher,
Yeah,
man.
but I'm Prisoners. I love Prisoners, bro.
Prisoners is great.
Prisoners
I
is
love
like one of the
Prisoners.
best movies
So
ever.
good.
Hey, man.
It's so good.
Yeah, but-
Enemy, bro.
The Enemy's great too, man. I hate kicking him
Sicario,
out.
bro.
Yeah, this is
Arrival.
This is an unfair list. This is an unfair way to match
Just
him
out,
up.
Yeah.
those are like straight
This
up
is an
like.
unfair way to match him up.
Oh man, you're tripping.
Nah, man. So
I feel like Fincher has more. I think Denny has better. That's just my opinion.
Nah, man. There's no movie that Fincher's made that I've been as disappointed by than
Oh,
Blade Runner 2049.
Come
I'm
on,
sorry.
man, that's some bad bias. Spielberg versus Coen brothers. Who do you have here, RB3? Since you're the only one.
I don't even like having Coen brothers here over Spike Lee, to be honest, man.
Okay, so you're going Spielberg.
Yeah, I mean, it just have to go by default. You
Okay.
know what I mean? Like, I fuck with Coen brothers, but yeah, I think Coen brothers literally wrote the screenplay for The Post. Like,
Sure.
or not The Post. What was the one? I think it was Bridge of Spies. Either way, to some extent, they're working for Spielberg, you know? And to some extent, there would be no Coen brothers without Spielberg. There's definitely an influence and style there. Very little, but, you know. And without Spielberg, there wouldn't be the whole idea of having the kids coming out of film school and making films anyway. That's exactly what Coen brothers followed that template. So I'm going with Spielberg.
How about you, Alex?
I'm going Coen brothers. They, yeah.
That
It's
means
more,
I'm the
they,
tiebreaker.
they have more impact on my life.
They have more impact on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that.
God, this is actually kind of tough. I picked the Coens out of them between Spike Lee.
Yeah.
I picked Spielberg out of PTA.
That one I don't like either, but I don't like any of these matchups.
I'm going Spielberg.
Spielberg?
I'm with you. I'm sorry, Alex.
No.
I'm going Steven Spielberg.
See how it is.
I feel like his movies have a bigger impact in Hollywood. I mean, he
Yeah.
freaking created Blockbuster, man.
Yeah. But
Just
is that
on that
for
alone.
the better or for the worse?
It's for the better, bro. We can't have that movie behind you if we didn't have no Blockbuster.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't have Spielberg.
What?
Maybe I should have picked
All right, here's the final matchup for the next round. To go into the finals, we have Quentin Tarantino versus Alfred Hitchcock.
I'm going with a QT.
You're going
QT?
Tarantino?
I'm going super cutie.
Yeah, QT. I mean, this is fascinating. This actually, definitely, these are the two filmmakers who we refer to when we think of the auteur theory, right? Like,
Yep.
the original concept of the auteur theory was created in principle with Hitchcock being like the main person.
And the
as-
modern version of that is Tarantino.
Exactly. I mean, a lot of people
100%. This is
call
great.
him the modern auteur. So it's a tough matchup, man. It's like the modern, the old versus the new. What do you got, Ace?
No, I'm waiting for you.
What do you got? Okay, all right. Here's my thing. I love Tarantino. He only has 9 movies. Hitchcock has fucking 45.
But which ones are the better movies? Not about how much you have. It's not more. It's better.
Well, listen. Here's where I stand. We're talking with Hitchcock. We're talking movies like Rear Window. We're talking movies like Psycho, the most written about movie in film history.
It's not
Psycho's
impact,
the most
it's
written
better movies.
movie of all time.
It's better movies, though.
Hitchcock has Shadow of a Doubt. Rebecca. All of these. So you know what?
What about Birds, bro? Birds.
The Birds. I like the Birds. That one's a little lower on me for me personally. So listen, man, and listen. I love Tarantino. I love the fact that he made a black superhero essentially with Django. I love the fact that he did amazing work, like just overall in terms of inventing a new genre of filmmaking. The idea of taking his idea of approaching filmmaking from the angle of taking the old, the trash genres and repackaging it and making new and make it like a masterpiece. I think it's really dope. I'm going with Hitchcock though.
So I'm the tiebreaker once again, guys.
Yeah.
This is genuinely tough for me. I'm not a film school student, so I haven't seen most of Hitchcock's movies.
Lifeboat's another great one. Sabotage, Suspicion,
Yeah.
Spellbound,
I'm looking at
Notorious,
it.
Strangers on a Train, Doubt M for Murder, the first 3D movie, To Catch a Thief.
Ooh, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Ooh.
Yeah, before the Brad Pitt and Angelina one.
Ooh. Psycho.
Rope, the first movie that simulate the long take. First movie to simulate the long take. North by Northwest.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Alex. I'm going Hitchcock. Ooh.
Hey.
So going into the finals,
Upset.
we have Hitchcock.
I wouldn't have been mad seeing Tarantino though. I wouldn't have been mad if
Here's the other matchup to go into the finals. We have David Fincher versus Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
Whew.
Stuff.
That's real tough.
Yeah.
Okay, so, man, Fincher. God, man, I'm one of the biggest Fincher fans there is. We haven't even mentioned Mindhunter. I love Mindhunter.
Oh, that's a great show. That's a great show.
Man.
Spielberg doesn't do TV, man.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
He executive produces
Yeah,
it.
he executive produces. My God, dude, Steven Spielberg has given us so much. It's tough to go against Steven
Saving
Spielberg.
Private Ryan.
I'm gonna go with you, Alex. Who are you picking? Because I still gotta think about this.
I think I'm gonna go Fincher.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm just looking through Spielberg's movies and like I didn't
Jaws,
really grow up with them. Like
That's
Saving
crazy.
Private Ryan's
I
only
did.
one.
I did grow
Yeah.
up with it.
Imagine if somebody, now if we would have had like Christian and Mark in here or something, you know, somebody from the 80s. They
Oh,
would
yeah.
have said Spielberg in a heartbeat.
Yeah, that's
But-
right. That's kind of true because Fincher is like a 90s dude. A
90s,
90s, early
2000s,
2000s,
yeah.
which is more our
Our time.
age group.
Yeah. That's why I say Social Network. Social Network, it's a movie made for our generation.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well, who are you picking?
I don't know, man. You
I'm-
went.
I-
You went last time. Man.
Okay,
You gotta
fine.
give me some time here.
I'll break the tension. Just because I am older than you guys,
Yeah.
I did grow up on Spielberg. And just because Jurassic Park,
Yeah.
that movie changed my life. Raiders of the Lost Ark just inspired me. Freaking, yeah.
But do you think?
Saving
Yeah.
Private
Do
Ryan.
you think Fincher makes the better movies? Or what do you
That's a
think?
good point, man. Let me go through Fincher's now. I mean, Fight Club, Zodiac. You know,
7.
Girl with a 7.
What's in the box? What's in the fucking box?
Yeah. If we were talking about most impactful, I'd say Spielberg. But if we're talking about better, I might say Fincher, man. I might say Fincher.
go
I'm
Fincher
sorry.
on that. Yeah, I go Fincher.
But then again, the game is okay. It's
Yeah.
not that great. Panic Room is pretty good, but it's not the best. God, Alien 3.
I think he was just getting his feet wet there though.
Yeah, Alien 3. Yeah, he just owns that film. He just owns it.
It's tough, man. It's real tough.
Here, I'll tell you mine.
just-
I'll tell you mine.
All right.
Fincher has House of Cards and Mindhunter on
Yeah.
Netflix.
Yeah.
Spielberg hates Netflix. I'm going with David Fincher. Sorry, Spielberg. You done lost me, buddy.
Damn.
All right. So
Love
in
you
the
as a filmmaker,
finals,
but
I guess
no.
mine is irrelevant.
Well, what are you gonna pick? What are you gonna pick?
I'll say Spielberg.
You gonna say
just
Spielberg?
to go against you.
Just to go again.
Down with the Netflix. Preserve cinema.
Yeah.
In the finals, we have Hitchcock versus David Fincher.
Now this is really funny because
They're so
Fincher
similar.
has been called the modern Hitchcock
What?
multiple times, many times by many people.
Well, here we go, man. Who makes the better movies? I'm starting with you, Alex.
Fincher.
Damn.
Just
Fincher.
because, yeah.
More
I haven't.
movies. Right. Ace,
I'm going Fincher.
you going Fincher?
Oh.
I guess we would.
It's over. You would go to Hitchcock?
I would have said Hitchcock just because there wouldn't be a Hitchcock without Fincher.
But then again, you
Other
could
way
say
around.
there wouldn't be Spielberg. I don't know.
To some extent, yeah.
The winner of our bracket challenge
Hey.
is David Fincher for giving us the
Fincher,
Social
let's go,
Network,
baby.
for giving us Fight Club,
Yeah.
and for giving us
Gone Girl.
7.
Yeah, 7.
Gone
Gone
Girl.
Girl. Ooh, Gone
Yeah.
Girl's fire.
Gone Girl's pretty
Yeah,
good.
man. Listen, this is not even
Modern cinema wins in this battle.
This is called Film Twitter Fave. So we are Film Twitter.
We are
Film
Film
Twitter.
Twitter. Yeah, we are.
And we're this generation. This generation.
Who would have won your personal? Who would have been in the finals for your personal?
Spike.
Spike versus who? Because he's on the right side of the bracket.
Probably won Spike versus.
You know who? Well, finish yours.
Honestly, I would love to see. I might have just made it manipulate a certain way to get Spike versus Tarantino, just because I
No,
want to see that.
he would have made it
battle.
out.
Yeah, that would have made
So
that.
Spike
battle.
versus Tarantino, who would have won?
I would have put Spike. I would have put
Dang.
Spike.
How about you, Alex?
I think probably Tarantino Fincher
Tarantino Fincher.
for me.
That's
Yeah.
good. I would have been the most controversial. I would have put Denis Villeneuve versus Christopher Nolan.
Ooh.
That's funny. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nolan would have
Good
made it to the
choices.
finals for you. Damn.
100%.
That's funny. It's funny. We
I
both
think-
picked Tarantino, but we ended up going with Hitchcock. That's
Yeah,
funny.
yeah.
I should
I
have picked.
think-
Maybe I should pick Tarantino instead. of Hitchcock.
What I wonder why they were seated this way.
Yeah,
I feel like they
yeah.
should have been seated by at least like amount of movies they've directed.
Sure.
Yeah. I don't know why Lynn
Well,
Ramsey.
I don't know. That's tough. You know who I would have put in here that's not in here? It's
Yogurts?
Kubrick.
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 Oh,
bro. The
what about
Shining?
Scorsese?
The Shining?
Scorsese's
Yeah,
knows
Scorsese.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean Kubrick has freaking The Shining, Clockwork
Yeah.
Orange, 2001,
He
Eyes
probably
Wide
would've
Shut,
won.
Full Metal Jacket. Ooh,
Yeah.
That's like
Kubrick.
Yeah.
Kubrick probably would
that's
have won.
fire. Scorsese is another one. You're right.
Yeah, honestly,
Who
you
else
could
would
take
you-
out. You
should
could
have
take
been
out
in here?
Lynn Ramsey. Put in Scorsese. I think take out Peter Jackson. Put in.
Who else is in here?
Um,
Directors off the top of your head that you would have put in
Kubrick.
all-time list.
That's a great question. I probably Brian De Palma probably
Oh,
would
that's
have
good.
put in there too. But he's older. Nobody watches De Palma films.
Yeah.
So-
You know who I would put in there?
Who's that?
Ridley Scott.
Oh,
Ridley
yeah.
Scott, dude.
That's
Scott's a
interesting.
goat, bro.
Oh,
That
that's
guy's a
good.
goat.
That's a good one.
I mean,
That's
Blade
a really good
Runner,
one.
Alien, just off that alone. Gladiator, like
Yeah, that's a good
Scott
one.
is-
Yeah, how'd you leave that off?
Scott's fire, man. That guy's giving us gems. But either way, guys, if you enjoyed this video, let us know in the comments down below who is your pick out of this. Hopefully you followed along on your bracket, and hopefully we picked the rightful winner with David Fincher.
David Fincher.
I'm sure we're going to have a lot of opinions on that. But either way, guys, thank you, Alex, so much for joining us for this video. It was a
Thank
lot
you
of fun.
again. Thank
Go
you
check
for
out
having
our
me.
conversation about Yorgos Lanthimos with Alex. It's a fun video. We have a lot of different opinions and conversations, so make sure and check that out. And subscribe to First Cut if you haven't done so already. If you just stumbled upon this video and you enjoyed it, subscribe to that. Shout out to Birth.Movies.Death for giving us this conversation. And for First Cut, my mates,
That's RB3.
we are peacing out. Peace out, guys.
Ourselves a treat.